friend. Welcome back to the study. I'm so glad you're here today. I love to see you in the study. This afternoon, we're going to be doing some reading. First, let's make a cup of tea. I've got a glass cup here. You can see it's insulated. And I've made some green tea. There you can see the leaves in the water, the bubbles, and the very pretty green color. Put that in. And you might hear a little rain and wind outside today. But we are safe and warm and comfortable in the study. Let's open a present. Look at that. It's a nice day for a present. This is our present. Would you like to help me open it? It has some beautiful paper with ink designs. There's blue and green and mauve in swirls, and a fine silver organza ribbon. What could it be? It's a book. It's wrapped in some white parchment. I think it would be best to cut this. What do you think? I'll get a blade. There we are. Unfortunately, I've already torn the paper a bit, but that's okay. It still sounds nice and crinkly. I love that parchment paper sound and the feel of the stiffness and how you can see through it. Can we see our tea through it? Look at this book. It's sandwich. I like sandwiches. And I think mice do too. But you know we've made plenty of mouse sandwiches in the study. But we shan't detract any from this author, C. Van Sandwyk, as we read his book, The Meaning of Mice. Here we have a mouse, an illustration of a mouse with a medieval costume. He's got a green tunic and sort of a brown vest, a red cape, and a gold, looks like some kind of symbol of office there, perhaps a bag, and a big hat. His whiskers and little paws and ears are shown. Perhaps, if we open the book, it will elucidate this meaning. The first cover inside shows a landscape that's been lightly colored in. We have a heron and some wetlands, perhaps a stream or a river, some cultivated fields, clouds in the sky, big fluffy ones, and a line of poplar trees. The next part of the cover shows a mouse with a knapsack walking along a path. There's some trees there, maybe the edge of the forest, and some wild blackberries. His clothes are rather plain, and he's got a staff. He travels alone. The Meaning of Mice, translated for Humans by Charles Van Sandwyk. There's two mice there with a piece of cheese. And here is a very gentlemanly mouse with his coat and top hat, his brass buttons and cane, handkerchief and cuffs. Befitting my stature, this is a short tale quietly told, for I am a painter mouse, and though I look at the world from a height of 3.5 inches, I see it through a gilded frame. And there he has a postage stamp on his wall for a picture, a coat and hat rack, a matchbox to hold his sticks and umbrellas, and a tray of mouse brandy. There's his nice striped coat. Is this his mouse man or mouse servant? A mouse needs very strong spectacles to put the big world in focus. Occasionally, something even stronger is required to comprehend it. In order to understand true meaning, a mouse must find its place in the big world, no matter how small we mice are. There is always someone smaller. Here's a cute little cricket and a magnifying glass, and a ladybird us can always look down on someone. Doesn't always have to look up. I think that can be said for everyone. We are neither the best nor the worst. For generations we mice have earned our fortunes in the city. When my grandparents fell on hard times, they took work at the post office, chewing the perforations on stamps. Then grandfather got glue poisoning and had to take early retirement. There must be grandfather with his pipe. One must make the most of things, for the time of a mouse is fleeting. All good mice go to the moon when they die, which everyone knows is cheese heaven. And that, my friend, concludes this short book about the meaning of mice. First published in 2002 by the Fairy Press, Vancouver. In the original edition, the back of the concertina fold was left blank. The pictures which appear here were drawn especially for this Folio Society edition. Mice, as you may well know, often work counterclockwise, so you may wish to view the pictorial narrative from right to left. This edition, published by the Folio Society Limited, London, first printing 2021. And there's a mouse on cheese with his wine. The mouse that ran up the clock is a beautiful grandfather clock. And the mouse going to bed with his mouse candle and the book of painting. His nightshirt there all striped and a little puff at the end of his nightcap. Here he is sleeping in his little mouse bed next to his books, painting for pleasure. He's hung his nightcap on the bedpost where he's put his candle that he's blown out, and he is safe and comfortable in his pillows and sheets. Here he's eating breakfast, a little mouse bowl with mouse cereal and a mouse milk. And then he's off to work with his painting things, his palette, his paints and his brushes and pencil. And there he is, painting the countryside that we see here. So now we know that this mouse is a painter mouse. And he's painted the beautiful countryside that he sees. And that mice, being small, take life as it comes and don't judge anyone for being too big or too little, but go along their merry way for however long life allows. I think we should have some more tea. to have you in the study sharing a small moment, looking at a present and relaxing to some beautiful sounds. Do be good to yourself. Be kind to others, no matter how large or how small.